In the quaint town of Willowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there stood a grand mansion known as Fairhaven Manor. Built centuries ago by a wealthy industrialist, the mansion was rumored to be haunted by the spirits of its former inhabitants. The tale of Fairhaven Manor has been passed down through generations, whispered around campfires and recounted in hushed tones. It was said that the mansion held secrets buried within its walls, secrets that the restless souls of the past were desperate to reveal. Enter Sarah, a young journalist with an insatiable curiosity and a fascination for uncovering the truth. When rumors of strange happenings at Fairhaven Manor reached her ears, she saw an opportunity to investigate and perhaps even uncover a story that would launch her career. Undeterred by the warnings of locals, Sarah sets out for the mansion, determined to unravel its mysteries. As she approached the imposing gates, a chill ran down her spine, but she pushed aside her fears and pressed on. Inside the mansion, Sarah found herself surrounded by opulence and grandeur, but beneath the surface, she sensed something dark and foreboding. Shadows danced along the walls, and the air grew heavy with a sense of ease. Undeterred, Sarah delved deeper into the mansion, her footsteps echoing through the empty halls. But as he explored, strange things began to happen. Objects moved of their own accord. Whispers echoed through the rooms, and Sarah felt as though she were being watched by unseen eyes. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah pressed on, following a trail of clues that led her deeper into the heart of the mansion. But with each step she took, the spirits grew more restless, their warnings became more urgent. Finally, Sarah stumbled upon a hidden chamber tucked away in the depths of the mansion. Inside, she found a collection of old journals and letters, their pages yellowed with age. As she read through them, a chilling realization dawned on her. The mansion had been built on the site of an ancient burial ground, and the spirits of the past were desperate to protect their resting place from intruders. But it was too late. By disturbing the mansion, Sarah had unwittingly unleashed forces beyond her control. With a sense of dread creeping over her, Sarah tried to flee the mansion. But the spirits had other plans. As she reached the grand staircase, a cold wind swept through the halls, and the doors slammed shut behind her, trapping her inside. With nowhere left to run, Sarah found herself face to face with the spirits of Fairhaven Manor. Their ghostly forms shimmered in the moonlight, their eyes filled with sorrow and anger. "You have disturbed the peace of the dead," they whispered, their voices echoing through the halls. "Now you must pay the price." With a final, chilling scream, Sarah vanished into the darkness. Her fate sealed by the ghostly warnings of Fairhaven Manor, and as dawn broke over Willowbrook, the mansion stood silent once more, its secrets buried deep within its walls for all eternity. In the heart of a small, secluded village nestled among mist-covered hills, there stood an old mansion known as Ravenscroft Manor. It was a place steeped in history and rumor, its crumbling walls holding secrets that whispered through the halls like the echoes of the past. For generations, the villagers had spoken of the mansion with a mix of fear and fascination, for it was said to be haunted by the spirits of those who had once inhabited within its walls. Tales of ghostly apparitions and mysterious disappearances were woven into the fabric of the village's folklore, serving as a warning to those who dared to approach its decaying facade. But despite the warnings, a young couple, Adam and Emily, newly arrived in the village, see Ravenscroft Manor as an opportunity. Ignoring the superstitions of the villagers, they purchased the mansion with dreams of restoring it to its former glory and making it their home. As they began the painstaking task of renovations, strange things began to happen. Objects would disappear and reappear in different places, and footsteps echoed through the empty halls when no one was there. Adam and Emily brushed off these occurrences as nothing more than the quirks of an old house, determined to forge ahead with their plans. But as the days turned into weeks, the encounters grew more frequent and more sinister. Emily began to hear voices calling her name in the dead of night, and Adam swore he saw shadows moving in the corners of his vision. Still, they refused to believe that the mansion was haunted, clinging to their dreams of a new beginning. Then, one stormy night, as lightning split the sky and thunder rumbled in the distance, the spirits of Ravenscroft Manor made their presence known. Ghostly figures appear in the shadows, their eyes hollow and their voices filled with sorrow. "Beware," they whispered, their voices echoing through the storm. "Leave this place before it's too late." But Adam and Emily refused to heed the warnings, convinced that they could overcome whatever malevolent force lurked within the mansion. With each passing night, however, the spirits grew more desperate. Their warnings turned to screams of anguish as they tried to protect the young couple from the darkness that surrounded them. And then, one fateful night, the darkness claimed its victims. Adam and Emily disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only whispers of their fate. The villagers shook their heads sadly, knowing that they had been warned, but their warnings had fallen on deaf ears. As the years passed, Ravenscroft Manor remained empty, its halls haunted by the ghosts of those who had once lived there. And although the villagers spoke of the tragedy that had fallen on the young couple, they knew that the true horror of the mansion lay in the ghostly warnings that had gone unheeded.